My dream has always been to write a book that's read by thousands, to write something that people will cherish. And I did. I sacrificed my 20s to accomplish this, and in the end, I burned out. This is the story of how it happened and how not to do the same. A couple of years ago, I wrote a programming book called Tao of React, and it completely changed my life. It didn't become an outright bestseller, but it's read by thousands of software engineers around the world, and it's even used by companies and big corporations to build their web applications using the guidance from my book. It was the culmination of my career as an engineer up at that point, and it was the beginning of my life as a writer. It was proof that writing is actually worth it. This book was a result of me spending my 20s doing nothing but programming, reading, and writing. On weekends that I could be traveling or spending time with friends, I was at home writing. In the evenings that I could be going out or going to the movies or going to a nice restaurant, I was at home and I was reading or programming or doing something like this. And it wasn't like I was depriving myself of anything. This is just what I wanted to do. It wasn't like I was desperately, longing to go out and I was, pushing myself to stay at home. This is just what I like doing. For me, spending Sunday morning at a coffee shop with good coffee and a book in my hands, this was the ideal morning for me. Basically, I pushed everything aside that didn't fit into my goal. I wanted to become a great engineer. I wanted to learn a lot about programming, and then I wanted to write a book about that. I wanted to pass on what I've learned to others. But then when my books got successful, I started doing more of the things that people told me that I should do. Like I started doing more speaking gigs to talk about the books. I took up doing my own consultancy because everyone was telling me you're such a great engineer, you should be having your own company. So I started consulting actively. I wasn't spending that much time on the craft anymore. I was doing kind of more side things that would help me grow the book, grow its name, grow my name as an engineer, and my consultancy practice. I was finding time, to go to restaurants now. Finding time to spend with friends, going out with new people. For a while, that's all I did. But then I started feeling the most ruthless form of apathy towards my life and towards my work. I was feeling anxious every night because I knew that on the morning I'd have to wake up and do these things that I didn't really want to do, but now I had to do. And like I was getting invited to conferences, having my own apartment with a panoramic view over the city, just so I can go and speak somewhere. And all I remember was that I felt awful. I felt like I was out of place, and I had to push myself to do these things that everyone told me how I should be happy, how I should be having fun, but in reality I was not. This is not what I wanted to do. But basically I said yes to every opportunity that came my way because I thought this was the goal of me creating and writing for so many years. This is what I fought for, so I could go do speaking gigs, so I can go consult and do things like that. And I was like, the word no did not appear in my vocabulary. And people told me that I should be kind of enjoying the fruits of my work, but I was having actual panic attacks multiple times a day just thinking about everything that I had to do. It's a little bit difficult even talking about this right now, but I feel like it's important to do so. Once you reach that point of pure burnout, when your body is actively resisting doing the things that you normally do during the day, that's when you need to take a step back, say no to everything, and just take care of yourself. And that's what I did. I tried many things, but the recovery process is something that takes a lot of time. Like I tried meditating, I went to therapy, I took a break from writing and from work and from things like that. But what actually helped me the most was, once again, going to the coffee shop on a Sunday morning with a good book and just spending time there. the world that we see is a reflection of our subconscious, and when we're in conflict with ourselves, it appears as if we're in conflict with the world. And I was conflicted because I was doing things that I actually didn't enjoy. I was pushing myself to do things that I don't want to do for a long period of time. While actually, what I wanted to do, what I realized that had to do, was create and write. And it turned out that I've been living the life that I want to live all along. For me, like, the path became the destination. Like, the destination became the path. Because up until this point, I was seeing writing as a means to an end. Basically, I write books, I create content just so I can go do other things in the future. But in reality, what I actually enjoy and what I actually want to do is the writing. I want to create, I want to build things. I enjoy programming, but I don't enjoy the business aspects of building a software company that much. I want to live the life of a creator. And when I step away from it for too long, my body gets an actual physical reaction because of the fact that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. I also realized that you can't burn out doing something that you love. Like, I can't burn out from working on my next fictional book. I love that. I just love spending time doing that. If you can burn out, though, if you're writing a book for a publisher and you don't enjoy the theme and you've got very strict deadlines, as a creator, you're going to get out of this very fast. But if you're a builder, if you're a creator, if you're a maker, and you're feeling burned out, this is no accident. This is probably because you're not spending enough time doing the things that your subconscious and your soul wants to do. You're doing too many things based on what other people told you you should do. So if you have the inner urge to create, this is not no accident. It's not something normal that everybody has. It's not going to go away. You have to create, otherwise you're not going to feel well. So you have to live the creator's life. Don't expect to live like everyone else.